Real estate agent Ramona Siblang's legal representative, who asked not to be named, said she would not have acted in the Tumon land deal involving her former client Mary Leon Guerrero without the direction of her boss at the time, broker Phil Law. Mr. Law said Ms. Siblang acted on her own accord. Mr. Law is the broker for the firm The Property Shop. In late 2019, when Mary allegedly stole Tumon property from her late husband's siblings, Siblang was a real estate agent in The Property Shop. Her association with The Property Shop was short-lived. A dispute arose between Law and Siblang from the Tumon land deal, and Siblang has not been with The Property Shop since. Documents disclosed in the lawsuit filed by Mary's in-laws, Peter Leon Guerrero, Bernadette L.G. Vandergift, and Rita L.G. Tovis, allege Mary and her son and several businesses and businessmen stole the Leon Guerrero's one-third interest in the land where Guam beachfront residence sits, a bull cart trail fronting the former hotel and the lot across San Vitoris Road. According to documents, Mary changed the ownership of ULG Inc., the family company that owned one-third interest in the properties, to give herself and her son, Colin Leon Guerrero, exclusive authority to sell ULG's interests. In December 2019, the sale was executed from a purchase agreement and the interest was sold to Columbus Development Corporation. That purchase agreement lists Mr. Law as the broker for the seller and Ms. Siblang as the broker for the lister. Neither of them are named as defendants in the lawsuit. Through the course of evidentiary discovery in the lawsuit, which was first filed in 2020, documents and testimony emerged showing and alleging Ms. Siblang was aware the Leon Guerrero siblings did not want to sell ULG's interests, that she accompanied Mary to the Department of Revenue and Taxation to inspect the corporate documents showing ULG's true ownership, and that she provided corporate documents to her friend, Lou Nicholas. Ms. Nicholas was the escrow officer on the deal and works for Pacific American Title and Insurance Company, or PATICO. Both St. Nicholas and PATICO are named defendants in the case. Quote, if she had done something wrong, she would have been sued in this case, but she hasn't, Siblang's legal representative told Kandit. She worked under the broker's direction, he said of Ms. Siblang. The reference is to Mr. Law. Her legal representative also said it was not Siblang who had the responsibility to verify ULG's corporate documents, but that of PATICO. Mr. Law provided Kandit a response to this accusation, which we provide in its entirety. As a broker, I offer advice and direction, not orders, to my agents when they need it. There is absolutely no way I would order an agent to commit a fraudulent act. The transaction moved from trying to sell 100% of the land with all selling parties' agreement to selling only Mary LG's one-third interest in the land. Ramona and Mary came to this agreement by themselves with no direction from me. Mary could not get the rest of the family to agree to the sale. With regards to any allegation that I directed Ramona or Mary to commit fraud is false. I was only made aware of the legal suit when subpoenaed for deposition in mid-November by David Lujan, the plaintiff's attorney. I then attended a second deposition in early December, and a third deposition was canceled by the plaintiff's attorney. None of the defense attorneys have questioned me under deposition. I feel that if the defense felt I was culpable in any way, they had the opportunity to cross-question me and determine if I manipulated or ordered Ramona to commit fraud. The documentation evidence I have seen indicates that Mary LG may have committed a fraudulent act. Whether she did this with Ramona's knowledge or under Ramona's direction is unclear to me. I had very limited to almost no exposure to Mary from early 2019 onwards. The final purchase sale agreement only reflected the seller's representative as Ramona. I was removed from the PSA as a buyer rep and effectively removed from the deal and received no commission for the sale. Ramona actually sued me in December 2019 to seek all compensation. We settled, but I received no commission. I hope this makes my position clear, and thank you for affording me the opportunity to respond." End quote. Aside from the purchase agreement, Mr. Law only is mentioned in passing among the documents in the case.